Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again with the best deck for the Hoggy Jolly Holiday Challenge. Yeah, try saying that 10 times fast, you won't be able to do it. So, the challenge is pretty simple. There is a Hog Rider that is released on your side of the arena and one at your opponent's side of the arena. It presents presents, and the presents can clone up your units, heal them, or turn them invisible. And if you have bait cards, obviously cloning up multiple of those is awesome. If you have fast-moving, high-damage cards, cloning those up or turning those invisible is awesome. The heal really doesn't do that much, to be honest, unless it's like near the tower. But for the most part, you want to be using a whole bunch of bait cards and then spells that remove the bait cards. So let's get into it. Let's show you guys why this deck is, in my opinion, the best. And also, I'll show you how to use the trick with the Skeleton Army Evolution and Fisherman to block the Skeleton Army from crossing. And the Skeleton General will stay behind, so you get a lot of value. Let's get into it. Let's go. I have won this challenge already on my mini account, and I screwed around with a whole bunch of different decks, and this one was the one that I found to be the best. You can also use Heal Spirit as well instead of the Goblin Gang, and I would recommend that if you want. But for the most part, we are just going to standardly activate King Tower at the start with this Hog Rider. And notice how we rage up these bats. We are going to force out a zap from our opponent, so we're currently in a way better spot than he is. I'm going to get a Goblin Gang down here, and then he's going to leap Barbarians, but I bet you he drops his spell if he has one already on the Goblin Gang, and if he doesn't, it's all good. Yep, there it is. So that's what I was expecting. Now we can throw down a mini pack on the right, and then go bats, and then probably just win the game. I don't think that he's defending this. Usually, you want to synchronize your push with the rest of your stuff, with your Hog Rider, but I can just disrespect this dude and get him out of the game a little bit faster. Honestly, I don't know why I wouldn't, so that's what we're doing out here. The Hog Rider is going to get cloned up. It doesn't matter. Usually, these types of situations will always favor the more aggressive player. So if you want to win these challenges more consistently, just in general, if you're not, having me present you guys the best deck for each challenge, the thing that I would recommend is literally just play more aggressive decks. That being said, win conditions are not great here. Like if you have an extra win condition, probably doesn't make the most sense to play. Anyway, you want to drop units on the present, like you guys just saw. I dropped the Skeleton Army on the present, then I activated the present, and then I was able to get more value with the cloned up Skeleton Army. As you guys saw, if you had Elite Barbarians and they cloned up, they just don't do jack. They do nothing. Of course, if you guys enjoy these types of videos where I break down the best decks, I win every single challenge whenever it goes live. Leave a like on the video. It helps me out. It lets me do these challenges. It's 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., and I spent at least an hour and a half going through and practicing decks for this challenge, and I'm a top 500 player. So most people at my skill level will not do these things. And I really do appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving us recently. And yeah, hopefully that stays to be happening so we can continue to do these challenges late at night and sacrifice a little bit of the day tomorrow because you'll get 8 hours of sleep, but the sleep schedule is cooked for sure. Okay, so I'm not able to showcase the Skeleton Army Evolution tip there, but I did drop the General on the other side. So then notice how he can't kill the Skeletons. He literally just can't. They're just going to eat the Hog Rider. They're going to eat everything, and then he's forced in this position where he's just completely cooked. We're going to go in for a zap here. I was kind of hoping that would win, but we're still going to 3-crown. It doesn't really matter. I'm probably going to 3-crown everyone that I play against, to be honest, and I do not expect to lose. So let's get into it. Let's keep going. Let's keep cruising. You guys know what's up. All right. All right. Good morning. It's night right now, brother. It's 2:30 a.m. What are you doing? I should be asleep, says King Nasty. Yeah, dude, go to sleep. There's going to be a VOD on this in the morning, so anyone that isn't watching it right now, there will be a VOD, and there always is for everyone that wants to learn how to play these challenges. Anyway, the present's going to be dropped at the bridge here. We're going to rage up our Hog Rider. Our Skeleton Army is going to give us a lot of value. And even though I didn't activate King Tower, I'm completely okay with this position. Usually, you want to activate King Tower, obviously, but it doesn't always work like that. So, see what it be. We can go in for our Fisherman to go and pull that. Use our Dark Goblin as well, and then zap on the Skeleton Barrel. So he might pop a bad ability, and if he does that, it's not going to do anything. So, we will always use our Skeleton Army to get that Fisherman play that you guys haven't been able to see yet, but I can't wait to show you guys soon. So, we're going to zap here, or rage, if whatever we have, and get that value with the Hog Rider, if possible. If not, whatever. I could drop a Goblin Gang, but I think the present would evaporate. I might have been wrong there. Oh, wow, he's going to get frisky with me. So, one of the small things that could be a problem is a Mother Witch, but also at the same time, you've got Fisherman, you've got other stuff, so it's not the end of the world. We'll let both the wall breakers explode. That's going to happen from time to time. It's just, it is what it is. It's par for the course out here. So we're going to throw down our bats. Ooh, okay. All right. That's really bad for me. This is definitely a bad spot. I don't want to go in for the Fisherman and do the King Tower activation because I want to show you guys the tech. I want to show you guys the tech. It's way more fun to play this way. So I think we can just do this and not get 3 crown. That Dark Goblin's a little scary. I'm a little bit shook by that. Okay, so we're chill. We're chill. We can do this. And the strat is dropping the Skeleton Army and then followed by the Fisherman. And then usually the Fisherman just blocks the Skeleton Army. Then your Skeletons go in front. And then, oh, the Rage is actually enhancing our speed. That's not great. I actually don't like that. I don't like that at all. But yeah, he can't target the Skeletons. If you guys are noticing, the General is not getting targeted and we just cheese him. So even though it looks scary for a sec, you guys got to understand. We have this. We have this under control. We've played these games before. So I also think this guy's good. Smurf to win. Seems like he's in a good clan. For whatever reason, we are playing against a good player right now. Kind of funny. So maybe I should have focused a little more, but it is what it is. All right, we go Skeleton Army here. We're definitely going to go in for our Fisherman, and then we're also going to go Bats. We'll probably get a bad trade here. We'll see, though. Want to go Mini P.E.K.K.A. and then throw down our Goblin Gang on this. And then ideally, the Mini P.E.K.K.A. is just going to kill his Mother Witch, and we're chill. Yeah, we can click an ability here, too. Even if he logs, it's going to stay alive. Then we Skeleton Army middle. And we're going to zap here, so we win against that. Then we go in for a Dark Goblin, and yeah, pretty free win, as I kind of expected, but you know, I did cheese a little bit, so I tried to show the technique because I didn't get to show it in the first game. Everyone's going to be like, oh, you didn't show it. But, like, I mean, I couldn't show it in the first game because he was dropping spells down the middle, so I had to do it in the second one. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep grinding. Hit those thumbs up, Jack Gang. It's Jake Gang. I hope you're not jacking, bro. All right. Great stream to turn on watch on nights. Yeah. No, I got you. I'm always going to be streaming later in the day on these challenges. I stay up late for this, and I make sure that I create good decks for it every time. I got you. All right, so we can go for maybe a Goblin Gang here. Fill in with this. Definitely want to activate King Tower with the Fisherman. When the Fisherman is going to get hit, then we go Skeleton Army last sec. Didn't really work out as planned, but it's still fine. It's not that bad. Obviously, the Firecracker is going to get a hit. I could zap so it doesn't get a second one. It doesn't even get the second one anyway. So usually want to focus on defending and then throw down like a Goblin Gang on offense. I think Goblin Gang Bats, those are the two that I try to do because those, if they get cloned up, they're just a lot of value. Like these cloned up Bats are a problem. He literally has to respond to that. And then there's a Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the other side, and he's not really respecting it. So we're going to click the ability when it's low health. You don't want to click the Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. ability when it's higher health. When it's like under 50% health, that's when you click the ability. That's where you get maximum value. So we're chilling. Pretty free W. This guy's running a trash card. You should never have Goblin Gang. Sorry, you should never have an Inferno Dragon in this challenge. It literally just doesn't make sense. So of course, we're going to be cycling our Skeleton Army here, and then he might zap this, which would make sense for him to do. If he doesn't, then it's kind of weird. He missed the zap, so this is just cooked. This game is over. Yeah, if he zapped, I was just going to use Fisherman, but I'm just going to 3-crown instead. As I said, I think we'll 3-crown everyone we play against. On to the next one. Play 2v2 ranked with subscribers when it comes. Yeah, I'll definitely be doing 2v2 ranked, but I don't know if we'll be doing it on stream. You guys actually don't like it at all. The vocal minority likes it, but for the vast majority, y'all are D1 haters of that, which is interesting because I thought it would be something that people would like more, but it is what it is, you know? Okay, I was not able to get the clone. It is what it is. We sometimes do not hit what we want. Anyway, we got the invisibility with the bats, so that's vibes. We get the King Tower activated as well, and then that is kind of annoying, but it's still okay because we've activated King Tower, so no big deal. I'm just going to throw down our Skeleton Army last second so he doesn't hit me with arrows early or something. I don't want to get hit with arrows on everything, so I was just like waiting. Usually high-ranked players will do it, but oh, I messed up. I should have raged. Okay, that was really, really bad. I was trying to rage and zap the Dark Goblin. I kind of fumbled the bag here. We'll see what happens. I think if we Fisherman in the middle, it'll still work out and defend both sides. So I kind of like that. It's not necessarily like a great interaction for us, but it is what it is. Also, if we go Zap, we should be good with our Dark Goblin. Don't want the Witch to lock on to the Dark Goblin, so I delayed it a little bit. I just didn't play that very well, so I wanted to make sure that I got out of it without taking too much damage from him bridge spamming because he was up a lot of elixir. So I decided to eat more damage than I typically would. Anyway, he just used Log. So what we're going to do is we're going to showcase our Goblin Gang early. Then we can get presence from that and force out his spells here if he has another one. So then if he spells that, then he has nothing for the Skeleton Army, which is like the main thing that we wanted. Anyway, we're able to finally rage and kill the Dark Goblin, and we don't miss it. Like last time, feels bad, man. Anyway, we got to save Zap for Witch. So if you guys are struggling against Witch, use Dark Goblins or use a Mini P.E.K.K.A. hero, and then drop a Zap, especially on the Witch, as soon as it's going to be there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to Zap when the Skeletons spawn. If they do spawn soon. Yep. You just zap the skeleton spawn. You're chilling then. Gonna go bats and goblin gang. I'm just gonna send a lot. So this is a bit more brain rot, but this is how we play Clash. This is why we Clash. All right, so we tried to click the ability. It didn't work. Fine. We now have the cheese factor with a skeleton army, so like our win condition is already met. Well met, sir. So the way that you play it is you hover the skeleton army, and then you have Fisherman, right? So what I do is I actually misclicked it. I think I misclicked it. Yeah, I misclicked it. Oops. I showed it earlier. You're supposed to like place the skeleton army, then place the Fisherman. I can't believe I botched that. That's a generational fumble. I would have won the game right there, so it feels bad. But still very winnable if we play correctly on the other side. Maybe we can just finesse our way through. It's not really even finesse. It just is what it is. We're going to rage skeleton army and then zap and just kill the witch with that. Imagine dying to skeletons when you got a witch. Couldn't be me. But it's you, brother. So I guess even if we do fumble it and we don't hit like the perfect thing, it doesn't even matter, guys. Straight up, y'all should all win this challenge if you follow my tips and tricks. You can fumble and mess up just like I did, and you'll still do really well. I've won this before. I will win this one as well. It's nice to have multiple W's with a deck and be like, yeah, I'm really comfy with it. So good vibes. Is there a bug in Skeleton King at the moment? So if there is a bug with Skeleton King, then what you have to do is you place the Skeleton King in your second hero slot. In the first hero slot, the skeletons from the Skeleton King are just singular like skeletons. It's bugged. So yes. The first slot treats as though you have collected 0 souls for your Skeleton King. Alright, so we're going to throw down bats here. Want to pop the bats and get some value. I'm going to also go in for a Fisherman. He might drop a spell. If not, it is what it is. I do not give him the option to do anything else. I guess I have to Skeleton Army that. I just don't want to take the damage. Got Elixir Golem. Okay, I haven't played against that before. I do think that could be a losable game. I don't think I will lose, but it is losable. It is a possible interaction where I lose this. Alright, so that sucked. I did not think that it would go on the other side, but it is what it is. So we're just going to zap that and hopefully not die. Okay, great. Obviously exactly what we wanted. So, not exactly what we wanted. I'm trolling, by the way. This is awful. We can probably finesse this. We'll see. Have to pull this back. I don't know how we defended that, to be honest. I think just having like multiple cheap cards in your deck, even if you get a screwed up cycle, even if you kind of get cooked by whatever the game gives you, you get really nice options. Also, Fisherman other side is great. If you didn't know, Fisherman at top fully counters a Ram Rider with no King Tower activated. It's super, super cool. Anyway, we're raging this up so we get more damage to the Hog Rider. And I don't know if that spawns extra stuff, but it doesn't really matter to me. We can zap, so maybe we get to pull the Witch in. The Witch gets pulled, it just straight dies. Click the ability if I can. Okay, it doesn't matter. Fisherman takes tower. I bet you we get to show the ability now, or we get to show the Skeleton King thing. So I'll show it right now. Skeleton army, and then Fisherman right here. The general should get blocked. So notice what I did? You go Fisherman after you Skeleton General. And all of those are just getting cloned, guys. Look at that. The general is still behind there. The general is still behind. Yo, this is so filthy. This is a way better than it was before. This is infinitely better. Like, in regular gameplay, it's already toxic. But now, in this particular game mode, where the skeletons get cloned up and raged, like, I'm telling you guys, this is the sauce. I created the strategy. A lot of people don't know that you can do it with Fisherman. So, yeah, I'm glad that we can help you guys, like, get an unfair advantage in this challenge for watching my videos. That's the goal, you know, trying to get, you know, some reason for people to watch in these challenges instead of the challenges that no one wants to ever watch because there's no deck advice. But yeah, we got like 60,000 views in the last one because everyone wanted to copy the better decks in the challenge, and I think this one is not going to be any exception. I'm going to let that lock, that I'm going to Skeleton Army afterward. I think we can just kill that and not worry about anything. The boss bandit should just straight die, which is really, really cool. And we go this. Oh, damn, this is going to be hilarious. We'll activate King Tower, and we'll go Goblin Gang with this. And this is just going to be gas. Unfortunately for him, he just lost the game. It's a 3 crown. It's over, bro. It's over. It's Jover. So I'm going to throw down bats here. We'll get some presents, and we'll present him a loss. So it's actually just that easy. You defend with Fisherman. You defend with Skeleton Army. You throw down bats or Goblin Gang. You use the Skeleton Army trick if you're playing against a lot of splash damage. You just collect your free wins. By the way, I want to give you a little bit of an inside knowledge. This challenge, it's named incorrectly. They should have named it the Hoggy Doggy Challenge. What were they doing? They're calling it the Hoggy Jolly Holiday Challenge. Like, that's just a mouthful, bro. You can't say that 10 times fast. You're gonna say some really messed up stuff if you're gonna try to say that. Yeah, you guys gotta start calling it the Hoggy Doggy Challenge. That's what it is meant to be. They messed it up the entire time. All right, so we're just gonna do this. We're gonna zap and we throw down bats when we get the chance and we chill. King Tower activated. We get this raged up. Wrap. You already lost, bro. It's just that easy. I'm in Arena 16. That happens to me. Jake keeps asserting dominance. Yeah, dude, I got you. I got you. Have a good stream. Brother crashing out. Dude, I hope you sleep well, brother. I hope you sleep well. You deserve it. All right, so I'm just going to do the Hoggy Doggy stuff. I'm going to go for the gang. Mini P.E.K.K.A here at full counters a Hog Rider, by the way. If you don't know, now you know. Mega Knight's not even remotely scary. We just Fisherman it, and then we use our goblins in the back. Hit it from the back. Bro wasn't ready for that. All right, so unfortunately, we do lose that interaction with our Mini P.E.K.K.A. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, does it? I'm just going to rage this and 3-crown him, so... Yeah, game's over, brother, man. The Hog Rider is doing Hoggy Doggy things. It's spawning more presents, and we present you the loss. Any tips from becoming Ultimate Champion for the first time? I'm pretty close to the season. Play a lot. Play with one deck. Get better with that deck, and you'll push up. It's just that easy, brother. Just lost to a level 16 Evo Witch with Mega Knight and Boss Bandit, so demoralizing. Yeah, I mean, that's the game. You should play in challenges a lot more than you currently are if you are losing in those interactions, is what I recommend you. A lot of people play in Clash Royale and they expect to get good results. In reality, more often than not, you're going to get, you know, really, really unlucky matchups. So, don't try to jump into ladder with underleveled stuff and expect a good outcome. You're just going to be getting a bad time all the time. So I'd recommend going to challenges. That's what I did when I was playing against like Molt, who was like level 14 or 13 at the time. And I was like kind of pissed. I was like, bruh, how am I playing against people with like 5 cards leveled higher than me? In reality, I was just like playing the wrong thing. You know, I should have just been playing challenges, not spend money on the game, and then eventually getting to the spot that I needed to be. I remember beating Hyphonics, if you guys remember him. Bro was literally like 3 or 4 levels higher than me, and I beat him. And he crashed out on stream. It was the funniest thing ever. It was so funny. All right, so we can maybe go in for like a Fisherman here and just pull the Hog Rider, but I think it's generally better to just go Mini P.E.K.K.A on this. Full counter, and then we bats with this, so then we get presence. So then the bats are going to be able to kill the bowler. And then we can rage and zap. Rage and zap in this deck is super, super important. I would recommend not taking out those, because more often than not, opponents will have like small spell things that you need to remove, whether it's a goblin gang or bats or, you know, skeleton army. And if you remove one of them, you're just cooked. You need both of them, so then they can't just, you know, do the bait and switch and have another bait card, which is really, really typical in this environment. Anyway, we're going to go for our skeleton army here. He'll probably zap that or whatever. Then we'll go goblin gang later. And then we have bats as well. So we've got bait for days. We got bait for days out here, brother man. All right, so yeah, no, we're chilling. We're able to go for like a Fisherman here. Probably 3-crown this guy. As I said before, I will 3-crown everyone I'm playing against. I don't think that's going to be any expectation for them to survive. Like, they're just going to lose. Easiest challenge ever. All right. Let's go, let's go. We are so close to winning this thing. I can't believe that we're going to do this in like 25 minutes. Are you a night owl? Yeah, I'm trying not to be, but one of the things I do is I stay up later for this challenge so then you guys can get the decks and all the strats early. But yeah, I am trying to go to bed a little bit earlier in general. We'll see if that ever happens. We will see, we will see. All right, so we're going to go Dark Goblin up in here. Yeah, very nice. We can go Skeleton Army as well. Bats putting in the work. Let's go, let's go. I do think this is probably one of the better decks I've created, though. This challenge just feels so seamless. This top 5... Oh, I mean, if you want to say that. It's not really. This is like, you know, an uncompetitive challenge. It's more of a casual challenge. But it's cool, because you guys can get, like, all this stuff for free. You can get the rewards without having to bypass Royale, you know, by copying these decks. All right, so we're going to activate King Tower here, and then the Fisherman's going to kill that, and then we can throw down a Mini P.E.K.K.A and go bats. Want to do that with our Hog Rider, though. I hope that this Fisherman baits out Elixir. I'm ideally hoping that he drops something here. Hog Rider's going to spawn on the left. We can go bats and Mini P.E.K.K.A. It usually alternates other sides, so. Okay, never mind. I messed up. I don't know why that did that. Okay, whatever. We can just go that and then chill a little bit. Probably just want to go for Dark Goblin. Maybe not overcommit right now. Expect him to drop something. Skeleton Army afterward. Maybe the Dark Goblin will die. That would kind of suck if it does, and it does. This guy's playing pretty well. I mean, he's still losing by a lot, but he is playing better than the average bear, so we got to give him that credit. So, Hog Rider on the left, right? It's going to be... Why is it just continuous? Okay, sure. If it wants to always spawn there, it's fine. It's whatever. So, he decides to drop a spell. Drops his log. We're going to get a hog hit, and this is where we want to be. So, if someone gives us problems for a little bit of time, it's always nice to have the little skeleton army. So, should be good here. I mean, I don't want to eat this damage. I have to go for Mini P.E.K.K.A. As much as I don't want to, I think I kind of had to. It just makes the most sense. And then I could drop a skeleton army. But again, his deck sucks. He doesn't have like the right cards. He just has log. He just has one small spell from what I've seen. So you can't really play this challenge with one small spell. It just doesn't work. There's just too many bait cards that you have to remove. So kind of the game, you know? It be that way sometimes. All right, we want a Mini P.E.K.K.A. on that so it dies faster. And then we want to go for like Goblin Gang on offense. He is going to log, but that does not kill the general yet. That does kill our general. Does kill our general. This guy's playing pretty well. His deck is a little bit more obnoxious since he does have the Valkyrie. Still fine. Oh, Vines. So he does have multiple small spells. Okay. Bet, brother. Mini P.E.K.K.A. wins that. We can rage up our Mini P.E.K.K.A. and probably win the game. I think that gets a hit, so I'm not going to spend the elixir on the ability. It would just be a waste. So we're going to play this a little bit more safe just because I think this guy is actually a little bit better than the average bear. Team's decent. We're still going to win, but, you know, he's playing better. He's making me think. He's making me think a little more. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go with 3-crown. All right, we'll just Fisherman here. Probably going to get logged, which is whatever. We can Dark Goblin afterward. We're not going to win with that Hog Rider. It's just going to die. But he loses the Mini P.E.K.K.A. We can probably just get away with a Bats Mini P.E.K.K.A. other side to play more aggressive. The Goblin Hut dies. Expecting the Hog Rider to eventually come down for us. I just don't know when. Let's pop the ability so then we can win this interaction and then get the Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the tower and win the game. So that's it. Really? We didn't get the shot? That's insane. Anyway, you didn't log me, so that sucks for me. Kind of surprised he didn't log me. You're eventually whittling this man down. It's just taking him a fat minute. Alright, so you can Skeleton Army up in here. You can go Goblin Gang other side. Just want to get a good interaction for the one time, you know? For the one time, man. Beard Empress on the ground is crazy. He has literally no elixir. Alright, so just Mini P.E.K.K.A. again. Pull this in. Skeleton Army afterwards, because then his Mini P.E.K.K.A. locks onto a Skeleton Army. It's funny then. It's funny, methinks. Okay, this game is ours now. GG, brother man. GG. Finally, we win the game. The fact that he had the most defensive deck of all time with Vines for the Dark Goblin made me a little bit more annoyed because I couldn't like snipe the Goblin Hut as much as we wanted to. But hey, that guy played better. He did not get 3-crowned. Hey, he's making the video length a little bit longer, so that's I guess probably better, maybe better. It's hard to say. You're winning every game? Yeah. I will win every game. All right, so we'll go Fisherman here. I can zap on that as well, just so the Sparky doesn't finesse us. He definitely loses the entire Sparky now, and we have a Goblin Gang in his face. Plus, we have Fisherman counter pushing, which will force extra elixir. So what I want to do here is I want to play really aggressive. I want him to go... Okay, I don't want him to do that. We can do this, and then we can do this, and then we can maybe go Goblin Gang other side. Yeah, this is actually not great because he ended up going for a Princess randomly. I don't know why he did that, but that did tilt me a little bit. I'm going to Mini P.E.K.K.A. ability. Get that to level 13. Have the Hog Rider still alive. We can go Dark Goblin, which will definitely be able to kill the Hog Rider. And also, oh my God, never not dying Hog Rider. You want to stay alive forever. Yes, sir. That's a wild interaction to be in. Anyway, we can go for this in the middle just to troll a little bit. It's not necessarily even a remotely good play, but I want to 3-crown this guy. So kind of the game plan is kind of the method that's going to give him the business out here. Got to give him the business. All right, we're going to go Goblin Gang. And I think with the bats, we might be able to do something hilarious. So we'll see. Not giving him the business, are we? We're not giving him the business yet, are we? Unless we are, I mean, there's a chance. That was a lot of elixir I just spent, but I want to 3-crown this guy. Imagine I throw it. All I need is a Hog Rider in the right, and I think I get it. But Sparky is just a pretty bad card in this challenge. There's too many distractions. There's too many bait cards. And objectively, like, you're just not getting good trades with it. It is what it is. People are allowed to play what they want, but it's not smart. So we're going to send this. Think that the bats might not kill, and that would really suck. And they didn't. Failed me. They failed me. All right, so that's not going to 3-crown because I messed it up. We are going to get a Goblin Gang down on the right side, and the Spear Goblins will clean that up. Hog Riders just get pulled by the Fisherman, so we're chilling. Okay, it's literally on the other side. A little annoying. I guess we go Dark Goblin here, and then probably Mini P.E.K.K.A on this. And then maybe even Fisherman to pull the Buller in. I think that'd be fun. Oh, he has Royal Recruits. That's so weird. Huh, okay. Well, credit where credit is due. You got an interesting deck at least. At least you got that, brother. Don't think it's going to take my tower right now, but, you know, it was interesting. All right, we're just going to throw this down, I think. It's fine. It is what it is. I might not 3-crown with it. We'll see. All right, so we'll zap this. Hopefully the general 3 crowns. Come on! Let's go! So we only didn't 3-crown like one person, I think. Maybe my memory's just serving me incorrectly, but yeah, definitely the best deck for the challenge if you want to win. This is what's up. It's a skill issue if you lose. That's all I'm going to say. This deck is really, really good. It's okay if it's a skill issue. You guys can go and practice it in the event tab. Leave a like on the video if this helped you out. Tell me down below in the comment section what you guys want to see for future content. And of course, I mean, I super appreciate the fact that we have such a kick-ass community. Every single challenge, I'll have you guys know that I will have a challenge for you guys. I will have something here. So if you want to see the new best deck for the new challenge, just go over to my YouTube channel and I'll always have it for y'all. And then even the decks without the challenges, I still play them. I show you how to win it. So there's like a lot of tips and tricks that you might not know, like Fisherman blocking the Skeleton Army, or why there needs to be double small spells. I'm sure that was clearly demonstrated today. Anyway, check out the pinned comment if you want to see the lowest skill deck in Clash Royale right now that is super strong. It allows you to basically 3-crown all of your opponents without really that much brain cells or brain power. So if you want to be bad at the game and pulverize your opponents, check that out in the pinned comment, and I'm sure you guys will have great games if you do. Love y'all. Thanks again for all the community support and all the good vibes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.